Well, hello YouTube. I guess the first thing is I'm gonna have to figure out something about introductions. I don't know how to start these, but we're here now, so I'll just go on, and this will be awkward, and it'll be fun. And to most of you, this is probably my first video, and I think I'm gonna do this for a while. I think I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna talk about some things. I'm going to have some ideas. And mostly I plan on being treated like a crazy person because I'm basically the insane hippie I look like, more or less. I got to play the part. We all got our roles to play. Anyway, awkward introduction. I think the reason I'm going to start this YouTube thing is because I don't like our world and I don't know what else to do. And if I don't participate in trying to make the world a better place, then I just guess that makes me complicit. And so I don't want to be complicit in the destruction of this world anymore. I think we are at a very frightening place in modern society. The levels of distrust, disinformation, the division, it's not good. It's not good. It's something that's driving us apart, our families apart. It's causing us to disengage. It's causing us to reside in echo chambers. It's causing us to automatically distrust things outside what we know. It feels like we're reverting back to some tribalistic state where the only thing we care about is us, and we have to do everything in our power to annihilate them. And I'm not interested in this game anymore. And I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna try to walk some lines. I'm not here to spew my opinions exactly about things going on in the world. I'm trying to get a more meta view. I'm trying to back out and go, we have insane things happening in the world. How do we deal with that? How do we restore the notion of cooperation in society? How do we quell the divisiveness that this competition environment creates? How do we go forward in a world where we won't even talk to people that disagree with us, let alone try to understand them or, God forbid, love them despite our differences? Holy shit, would that be a concept today? And I'm not here to claim answers. I'm here to just talk about it, I guess. I don't know what else to do. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm a broken person that sits down and thinks a lot, probably to an unhealthy degree of seclusion thinking. Like monk level, put me in a dark corner and I'll eat oatmeal for 3 weeks straight because leave me alone, I'm thinking. Like I'm kind of a hermit. Which really bothers me about getting on YouTube, but that's another story. I'm here. Shout out, thank you. If this ever goes anywhere, I can name the person responsible, and they'll see this, and that'll be cool. I don't know if this is going to go anywhere as a start, but we need each other. We got here because of each other. We are society because we valued each other, and every time in history that we have tried to break down this cooperation and turn it into a system of force, it has ended with tragedy, pain, genocide, horrors. And I'm not an alarmist per se, but the world is different than the world that I grew up in. We treat each other differently. I have different conversations with my neighbors today. I mostly avoid my neighbors today. That wasn't the way it used to be. It used to be my neighbors. That was my fucking posse. You came out, my tribe was my neighbors. It wasn't this group of people I have online that agree with me on everything or I block them. I had neighbors that were yuppies and we were a union family. And yuppies and union families, that's a big disagreement in how the world should work. But we still liked each other. I still played catch with the kids in that family. I played with them, rode bikes with them. We fought side by side against the kids from the other blocks. Okay, I guess bad example. We were still fighting, but we understood the importance of the community we had and that we needed that. The disagreements, yeah, would we fight sometimes? Would somebody pop somebody else? We'd drag it out? Yeah. And you'd also get together tomorrow and you'd be riding bikes, stealing cigarettes again. I'm not saying steal, it's just what we did as kids. It is. Um, we didn't we didn't exclude their viewpoints. We didn't hate them for we may have mocked them for their viewpoints, but they got to have them to a degree. If they were extreme, like I mean, like I guess as an area people don't respect how free speech really works anymore. Free speech is the government's not going to fucking thump you. It's not social consequences don't exist. You can't say whatever you want and expect that you can't walk up to somebody and call them names, get in their face and expect them to not hit you. It's just unreasonable. But the government's not going to arrest you for saying those things because you get to say whatever, sticks and stones, right? But instead of having healthy social consequences for our conversations, I think this is what people talk about when they say cancel culture, right? Like, I don't agree with you, so I'm just not going to engage with you anymore. I can't just disagree with you here and be okay with the other things that are fine. Just because you're a good, humorous person that's fun to go and party with, if I find out you're in the wrong political party, I have to hate you now and I can't go enjoy, like, partying with you? Like, I mean, I don't. It's just not the world how it used to be. And maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm willing to accept that maybe I'm just old and I fear or have problems with change. Absolutely a possibility. I accept that and I won't hide from that as a notion. But I don't think that's what's going on here. Something has been brewing and COVID didn't help us. It secluded us all. We know that seclusion literally makes measurable physical changes to brain structures. We can see different parts of the brain, reorganize because of isolation. There's studies that have been done about people in solitary confinement and things of that nature. People, yeah, and it's terrifying because we had that happen and we all got separated. And it just seems like since then, the level of division that we've had is just unsustainable. And I fear the split. I fear that turning into violence. I fear that turning into societal collapse. I don't know if those are legitimate fears or not. I just feel the way that I feel. Um, but I think we need to start taking it seriously. And even if I'm wrong, what harm is there by me getting on the internet and telling people, hey, remember to love your neighbors. Hey, remember that we can get along and have differences too. We don't have to resort to violence and like rejection of everybody just because we agree a few times on a few things. There's I don't have to like hate somebody because I disagree with them on everything. Um Now I have some problems with like things like willful ignorance, like that'll get under my skin. If somebody is ignorant and they want to be ignorant, I have pretty short patience for that kind of thing. But I think most people are just out there doing their best. And I think a lot of people have too much to deal with in this world. The world is insane. And it's hard to trust anything. There is so much disinformation out there. There is so much lies and things that aren't true and distortion of what is true and it's everywhere. It's in marketing, it's in politics, it's in schools. Like there are fucking schools teaching shit that isn't real. And what do you do with that? What do you do with that? I believe I happen to be a free speech absolutist that actually understands what that means. Um, I believe that you not only have the right to disagree with me, you have the right to name call me. You have the right to say you don't think I'm a good person. You have the right to say whatever the fuck you want to say, short of I'm gonna like kill you or like don't do violent talk. That's not okay. That's a problem. I even think you're allowed to say who you hate, which is part of our problem. That how do you deal with a world where so many groups are rising up and trying to openly spread hatred and trying to parlay that into violence? How do you organize that when you fundamentally believe in their right to say what they're saying? And so I'm a free speech absolutist. I think people should get to say what they think. I also think there are social consequences and that we should be held responsible for what we say through our peers. Not by government, not by loss of freedom, but by social retaliation, social status, social understanding, social engagement, people willing to engage with you socially. That's how our speech is judged. And honestly, I don't even really see that as a judgment. I see that as my speech filters those I am and am not compatible with. If I am just myself and I say who and what I am, then I'm people that don't want that, they'll filter away. And people who do will be here, and that's what I mean. I guess that's how I understand these. There are these like new age concepts, like your vibe defines your tribe. I don't think there's anything. Maybe there's a vibe about us in the sense of like the way I behave or act or my level of demeanor or something, but the idea of we have some fundamental vibration that's making us the same. I don't know. I'm not sure about all of that. I guess physics doesn't rule it out, but I don't have any evidence that's how it's working. I think it's just more the way I behave. The people that like that are going to stay, and the people who don't are going to go away. And it's really no more complicated than that. And most of us fear that. Like we have these fears of if I'm this way, I'll get socially rejected. Why do you think that is? Have you ever thought about that? Why is it that I'm afraid of somebody not liking me? I shed that fear pretty well a long time ago. Like I'm not gonna say I don't do things because I want social acceptance, but it's not really a driving motivator for me. Because I feel if somebody doesn't like me because of my authentic self, then they did me a favor by not liking me. I didn't have to go on fighting with them about things that don't matter. I don't have to disagree with them. We don't have to spend time with each other, exhausting each other with intractable viewpoints. And I see it as a filtration system. I see it as a benefit when somebody chooses not to like me. Um, but but that's also a little bit different than what I'm really talking about in this fundamental like inability to get along. Um, anyway, I guess I've gotten off track. I guess this is probably a bit much for an introduction video, but I guess this is the kind of person I'm going to be. I want to get on here and I want to talk about our unity, our dysfunction in society. I want to talk about ideas for going forward. I want to meet people that'll teach me things. I'm going to argue with you people in the comments if you disagree with me. I'll engage. I'm not even one of those people that's anti-troll. I don't know. Maybe one day I won't have the time for too many trolls. I don't know. Right now I mean, the two comments I'll get on the first 40 videos I post, I'll argue with you. I don't care. Um I don't really want to argue. I want to exchange ideas. I like exchanging ideas. Like, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Just some food for thought. I think I'm gonna hang out for a while, and special shout out to a new acquaintance that's been inspirational to get me here. So thank you, and hope to see you guys around as we go. Talk to you later.